Hello and welcome to another Toonkind at 12FPS. This game is called Separating Blood and Water. This is a game long time coming and there's a lot to do. But first I would love to say introduce our amazing, wonderful, very good genius friends. From top to bottom.
That is me first. Hi, I'm Aaren. I am playing as a character that I don't think a lot of people currently listening would be able to actually remember because of how long it's been, but it is Princess. He's back.
Hi, hello. The current voice you're hearing belongs to VeganBear, Vegan of the Bears, and I am once again bringing over my sweet, sweet assassin, Crue Velvet. He's back. He's always been here.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sorte, and I will be playing a very, very extremely worried Carmina's corner voice.
Yes. All the parents are worried. Just according to plan.
The two parents of the pet cat and the family
And
cat.
he's not really a pet. He's more like an actual son.
Yes.
I like to think he's somewhere in the middle.
Half son, half cat.
Let's say, Mad Lad has been gone for a long while now. It was originally just a month, but then time started creeping over. But Mad Lad to start off this FPS, like we do the little tiny introduction of the parents do get a letter from Mad Lad, and they both for the most part pretty sound city pretty much to say it's like, hey, I'm sorry I haven't been here for a while. Hey, remember well, my past has come back to haunt me. There's an evil organization that is trying to kidnap me, and they did kidnap me, hence why I was gone for a while. I was like along with two of my friends, Missy and Joy, and we were stuck basically in a time bubble, which is why it was so long for you guys, but technically it was like maybe not a day, but that doesn't really matter. And basically I've been put after that, I've been put under not house arrest, but more like castle arrest. They got me in a secure location I can't disclose right now, according to Detective Lynn Stagehand. But I will want to visit you guys eventually, or maybe you have come visit me. I can't explain everything right now just because of security reasons, but at the same time, this is what's happening. And then there's a little addendum to the Velvet letters, like, yeah, I will tell you one thing, Crue. Remember that bitch that tried to kill us, during Halloween night that Alexander fucked up? Yeah, that it was her. She's part of the organization. We think she's dead, or at least I think the grown-ups think that she's 100% dead. I am only 99% sure she is dead. But for right now, she is not a problem. She's apparently somewhere frozen in ice. But we
That
should
is
be okay
something
for
to
the time
receive.
being.
Holy shit.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of exposition.
I think Crue's just sitting on the couch with the letter in his hand, just kind of shocked. Like, yeah, he was getting concerned over the fact of how long Madlad has been away, but I think after like the Blue Dragon incident, he's kind of like, Madlad's a competent boy. He can look after himself. And then he receives this letter, reads through it. He's just like, Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Mad lad. Kidnapped in a secure location? What is going on? And I gotta go see him. I gotta make sure he's actually okay and in one piece. Why? What happened? I have so many questions for the boy.
I don't even know where Princess is in all of this.
I assume Princess just happened to be home when Crue gets the letter and they're just, say, reading this with them.
Just together.
Hang on,
He's
hang
just
on. I have a better idea. I had imagined
utterly
that Crue,
dumbfounded.
I imagine that Crue and Princess were like both on the couch vibing, and then they received the letter, and Crue's like, "Oh, we got a letter. Oh, it's from Mad Lad.
Let's hope it's
Let's see
not
what
junk mail.
Let No, it's from Mad Lad. Come on, let's read the letter together. Maybe he's got some good news to share." And they read through the goddamn letter.
Just sitting there in fear.
It just picks up Princess like, "Okay, we are going to whatever undisclosed castle location this is."
Pack your bones, Princess. And not your bones, your bows, Princess. Come on. We're getting ready. If they have just read it together, I should probably roll to see how pissed off he is, because the idea of his brother having been kidnapped is definitely enough to make him just at least a little bit angry.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Just
little
a
bit.
tiny bit, you know.
You roll
And
on
this
that
is
one.
Everett. It's 18. Okay, he's calm. Apparently, somehow he's calm.
Oh my god.
And you guys already know this, but just for the record, Carmina was just about to venture into. She's not used to the city, but she is opening a shop with a friend in the city. And just as they manage to find a place, and she promises that she's in there for the project, and that she received this letter, and she has not told anyone. Maybe she has left a note, but she just left the farm again. For the second time, Carmina has disappeared. And I believe, Winona, where was this happening again? In which
Say,
part
this
of the continent?
Yeah, say, eventually, both of you two basically find Lynn's contacts, and they properly show you the way to the castle. And I mean a little castle, as you guys say, how do you react to each other as you are brought together as a teleportation circle is being formed somewhere?
Okay, so when you say together, do you mean like Carmina and friend, or are you talking about like Carmina, Crue, and Princess?
Carmina, Crue, and Princess.
Princess's first reaction is, "Who the peck are you?"
I double that. Who the fuck are you? No, I think he would be a lot more polite than that. He's just like, "Oh, hello." I
I'm
wasn't
just sure.
expecting more company.
Listen. You can be not polite. Is Carmina traveling by teleportation circle then?
Say, basically, one of the informants is basically making a circle right in front of you, so you're like waiting.
Oh, she has. There is okay. So she has had to somehow go physically there by herself.
Yeah.
There is a very pissed off. I cannot say grandma because Carmina age doesn't reflect, but there is a very pissed off woman who has walked across the continent just to get here. And she's not about to be judged by people she doesn't know. So, with good or bad intentions, if you approach her, it doesn't matter if it's polite or rude. I think like she's right now, she has a lot in her mind. Like she hasn't even, listen, she's so stressed, she has gotten a red sign. I'm just gonna say this. Carmina, because of this game, is gotten a red sign. Her hair is out, and it's kind of like she has tried to make like a braid of it, which is not really working because it's kind of like a cloud. and she's just grabbing onto her stuff. And the moment you approach her, like she has a resting bitch face, like she might turn to you too, and she's just staring you like her mind is somewhere else, but her eyes are laser focused on you too. Like, what the fuck do you want, type of thing.
Well, there's no need to look so upset.
Princess
Ma, you
is
look like you
still-
just swallowed a bug.
is still glaring at them. What is the word that I'm looking for? Expectantly.
Well, I'm not gonna mention the bugs, but you have to repeat the question. I wasn't paying attention to you. What?
What did you say?
Carmina just kind of turns. You will have to repeat the question. I wasn't paying attention.
We were just curious on who you were.
Yeah, and then he extends a ribbon and pokes her leg and goes, "Who are you?"
Who are you?
Pardon?
Awfully demanding for who are you? Awfully demanding for two people I don't know.
Princess continues to glare at her and narrows his eyes just a bit more.
Your eye is gonna get stuck like that if you keep looking at me like this.
I'm telling him that, but he doesn't stop doing it.
I'm sorry.
Why is
But-
your face a cake?
I'm sorry, I'm having a very hard time understanding you.
God damn.
Post a picture of Princess.
Why is your face a cake?
Well, it's not just my face, it's my entire head, but if you don't like it, I can always switch it out for something different. Here. And he's going to kind of he's going to put a hand underneath his head, and he's going to just, like, pop it off his neck and hand it over to Carmina. And he's going to reach into his hammer space and pull out a different item.
She's kind of like, she holds into the cake kind of like half disturbed, but also like half fascinated. I'm gonna roll for a stealth just for one thing, if it's okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna try to stealthily lick one of her fingers. She wants to check if this is real cake.
Oh no.
I'm gonna.
You know what? I'm gonna flip a coin.
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe it's not the best. How do I roll in this? This?
I also don't know how to roll.
It's exclamation point R space.
No, it's not. It's gonna.
There we go.
Yep.
I hadn't decided which one is which. So I'm gonna say okay.
That's bad.
It's very noticeable on the fact that you're kind of licking your finger, but Crue doesn't really care. Well, what you managed to lick, because I think this is funnier, tastes atrocious. It tastes like glue.
Princess is just incredibly amused.
And I'm going to roll once more, and oh my god. He pulls out a handkerchief and kind of slaps that on top of his head. And it's kind of folded very neatly and nicely. And you can see the way that the handkerchief, from where it's folded, it kind of moves when he speaks, like a mouth. It's like, there we go. Is this much more pleasant? Or would you prefer the cake head?
Well, she kind of holds the cake back and is like, just be yourself, I guess.
Are you handing the cake back, or?
Yeah, she's handing the cake back. She has more questions than when she started.
Thank you. Thank you. This is quite rather an uncomfortable head to have. and he's going to take the cake head back, and he'll tuck away the handkerchief and put the cake back on, and turns back to her. You still haven't quite answered my question of who exactly you are.
Why do I have to go
Our.
first? It's 2 against 1. She's cagey as fuck right now.
All right, fine. Then may I ask you what you're doing around here?
Well, you kind of assumed the teleporting circle. There is someone I want to check on.
He raises a brow. And that somebody?
That's another question. Now, it's your turn. What are you two doing here?
What a surprise! It's the exact same reason.
Who kind of looks down to Princess.
What?
Yes. Yes, we have a friend around here that we've been quite rather concerned for.
He is staring at Carmina very, very suspiciously. He does not trust her.
Yeah. And as you stare at each other, the teleportation circle whirs to life, and the informant tells you there'll be a guide on the other side.
Crue nods, like, yep, thank you. And he's going to come down to see if he could hold Princess while they teleport.
Oh yeah, you can definitely do that.
He's fine with this, as long as
Okay.
he's fine with anything. Like, he's fine with Crue holding him, but he's very cagey about the other siblings
No, that's fair.
and dads.
No, he just wants to hold on to Princess, make sure that he doesn't lose him within the teleportation.
Yeah, the entire time he is staring Carmina down.
Crue would also be staring
Well,
at me if he had eyes.
Princess has like a big ass eye in the middle, right?
Yes.
Well, how far would you say Carmina is from Princess while
Are
you
you
are staring at her?
Are you gonna poke his eye out?
Don't be! Oh my god! Don't think like that. Thanks for my question.
Oh no.
Are you 5 feet from me?
I would have to roll again if you were to do that.
You're going to poke Princess. Crue will also
I am
just
not
poke
gonna
Princess
poke
further
you.
away.
I'm not gonna poke Princess. I am not gonna poke Princess, I promise.
I wouldn't say that they're exactly super far away.
Okay, she's gonna blow on his eye.
I need to roll anyway.
I mean, she's not trying to hurt Princess. She's just trying to kind of like
It's not a
annoy
matter of
her.
it's not a matter of if you are hurting him. It's just that he gets angry really easily.
If you're going
He is pissed.
If you're going to blow on Princess, Crue's going to kind of shift Princess to be further away from Carmina while he's kind of losing his friendly demeanor towards her and just is like, no, do not blow on my cat.
Not your cat.
Don't blow on
Well, your weird
I'm not
cat
calling you
keeps
my
staring
son.
at me.
I'm not calling you my son.
Oh, but that's what I am.
Your weird. Well, tell your weird cat to stop staring at me.
Anyway, he is immediately fluffing up when
Princess,
Carmina
princess.
does that, and he's hissing.
Yeah.
Princess, come on. Let's at least do this once we're out of the teleportation circle.
I don't like the way she's looking at me.
Close your eye, Princess.
Why? Why should I be the one to look away?
Okay, fine, both of you close your eyes. I don't care.
No!
As you cross the threshold into the teleportation circle, you guys are whooped, say to another, looks like a miniature teleportation circle like station. Like it's a very small, modest station with one little is a not say guard, but like a little. Is there a teleportation like I? There was a word in my head that it described it perfectly, but I can't think of it right now. But anyways, basically he's the little guardian of this teleportation station. He looks like a little blue robot that looks very similar to like those little steward robots from Breath of the Wild, like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild 2.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
also there looks to be this UPA is a adult who male is a has curly hair and it scribbles
No!
Oh my god, it scribbles. Crue
and
doesn't know who the fuck that is.
Oh my god,
Princess doesn't either.
Carmina doesn't know either!
and
Yay!
and scribble and Stewart's like waves is a little steward robot waves his hands like welcome say we are so glad to have you we've been waiting for you. And Scribbles nods. Yes, you say, I'm guessing, Carmina, and, say, looks at Princess and Crew. Princess and Crew, am I correct?
Princess
That would be
just
correct, yes.
It leans closer to Crue's face and is like, I don't like them.
You don't like anybody, but it's alright, it's alright. I'll
Yeah.
make sure that they
I
don't.
especially feel strongly about these two.
It's alright, it's alright. Do it for Mad Lad. Come on, until we see him. He's
Okay.
he's like petting Princess's side as he steps off the teleportation, circling closer to them like, yes, yes. I'm Crue, this is Princess, and through process of elimination, I assume that's Carmina, and he points over to Carmina.
She kind of like sheepishly scratches her nose, kind of like, maybe. All that fight just to be introduced right away. Yes, that's me.
Well, welcome to, my home. I've been, say, as he sort of gestures around, there's a comical, like, cutaway of, like, this very serene coastal area with with a beach running alongside a rocky, what looks to be like a normal sandy shore, but then leads up to a rocky sort of cliff where in the distance you see a castle, a castle on the hillside.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Crue very much likes how nice it is around here and calm.
Serene.
Yes, good.
Princess
very-
can agree, but he is always suspicious of every single thing he sees. So
I say, come along.
he does
now.
not say that out loud.
Yeah. I say, but anyways, come along now. Mad Lad and Alexander have been excitingly waiting for all of you.
Princess kind of turns to Crue and is like, who is that? Am I supposed to know who that is?
I'm sorry, who is what?
Alexander?
Oh, yes, Alexander. Let's put it like this. Mad Lad's, cursed alter ego. Incredibly malicious, very, very dangerous, and... Yes.
Are
Oh,
you
so
saying
he's like
this?
me.
Wait, are you saying
No.
this? Are you saying
You're
this
nicer.
loud? Are you saying this loud enough for Carmina to hear?
He tried to keep it kind of quiet
Yeah, I
toward
would imagine
Princess.
Princess to be
Can
speaking
I
more
roll?
hushed.
Can I roll to see if I heard you calling Alexander malicious and dangerous?
Yeah. I will say that from what Mad Lad has told of Crew, Alexander has been getting better, but at the same time, yeah, Alexander didn't
Okay.
make the greatest impression.
Yeah, Fair. Like absolutely justified. I know enough of your guys' lore to know that.
Yeah.
Could I roll to see if Carmina hears that?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Okay.
haven't really,
Pers-
me, the player,
percep-
hasn't heard much about what has been going on with Mad Lad, so I'm not 100% sure
Yeah.
what Crue knows about Alexander,
Yeah,
but I think from
Crew
the
would at
one
least
time
know
he's.
Alexander and Mad Lad have made a tentative peace between the two of them, but that's about it.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
I'm
he
gonna
still
roll
has a
a
really poor
perception.
impression of Alexander and thinks that he's like an evil alter ego or
Oh
some
yeah,
shit
for
like
sure.
that.
For
Yeah,
sure.
no, unfortunately, Princess knows nothing about him, and I'm sure he will not like him. Though that is the case for everyone.
Oh,
Does a 25 gets me something?
I wonder. I
think it does.
wonder. No, I think it's a little bit too low, honestly.
Oh no. I don't think Crue is being loud. I think Crue it's probably being, like normally Carmina wouldn't hear this tone of voice, but
Yeah.
this is what I call grandma ears. She could be deaf and she will get that you are bad mouthing her kid. So you can hear right next to you, Carmina is suddenly there. I don't know. Excuse me? Don't talk
yeah.
like that about my kid.
I wasn't talking about your kid.
But you're talking about Alexander and Madlad, aren't ya?
Yes, because he kind of lifts up Princess a little bit, doesn't know who Alexander is.
Princess takes it. Hold on. He takes it. I don't know if I should roll for this, but upon hearing Carmina call Mad Lad her kid, he just kind of blinks a minute, just a little cartoonish blink, double blink sound effect, and he's like, "What do you mean your kid? He's my brother."
I mean, I know he has more family, but complicated, okay? But I just she's starting to get embarrassed. That she just realized that she just blurted that out, and she's kind of like, oh shit. She came to this place saying like I shouldn't say too much to people I don't know, but she's now kind of like, well, I take care of them. I consider both of them really close to me. They are Alexander and Malad. They are my kids.
I think to that, Crue raises a brow a little bit suspiciously, but he's okay. No, he's okay. There's two things that happen. One, he softens up a little to like, oh, you also care a lot about this kid. Okay, yeah, no, I understand that perfectly. On the other hand, he's raising a brow because like Alexander,
She's making yes.
the evil fucked up Alexander. The one that mutilated a bitch in a haunted house and attacked him and his other kids? That Alexander? Like, if you want to incite him on raising his brow, you can.
Absolutely. Oh god, I love that it's kind of like, oh, a brow has been raised. I must see what this means.
I must understand. I must perceive.
I mean, it makes sense. Carmina actually is not good with new people, so she gets like really in high alert in groups of people. Like she will roll perception. It's called anxiety, okay? God damn it!
I think you get a good majority of what I said with the fact that Crue seems to soften up a little to hearing her talk about caring deeply for Bad Lad, but he's definitely raising a brow when she says that she cares for Mad Lad and Alexander.
She doesn't really know exactly how to go about this because she doesn't know this people, so she doesn't know who they are, so she doesn't have to explain anything. But at the same time, it's like, at the same time, it's like, they are both kids, and they are both good kids.
I know for certain Mad Lad's a good kid. I'm not sure if that same sentiment extends over to Alexander.
Princess is still sitting here completely confused because he has no idea who the fuck Alexander is. What are he's like he takes a second, he's like, are they like the same person? Or are they like different people? Like what are you guys talking about?
Different people, same body.
They just come in the same package, and I'm not about to make exceptions for anybody. They are just, they both need help in just different ways. Okay, I don't, just let's go. I just, why I'm fighting you? She just kind of turns around and is like, where are they? Just, let's go.
Oh, we already got tension here. Okay.
Yeah. Scribbles looks at this. It's just like, okay, there's a lot going on here. He has like prayer hands. Just like, well, maybe you guys can get to know each other as we walk to the castle. You say he's trying to be as subtle as possible, which is very hard for a wizard.
Maybe you guys can try not to kill each other over the before we are there.
No. I don't have the energy right now to do murder.
Oh, I always do. Come on. Who am I killing?
No, not right now, Princess. Not right now.
A little bit of murder had my body.
There was not even a little bit of murder. Hopefully a lot of hopefully a lot of bit of murder.
Let's wait and see. But anyway, continuing forward.
Yeah, Scribble's
I'll
like,
do it. I'm crazy.
I would like to have no murder upon the threshold of my, let's say, castle, please. This is a peaceful place.
Of course. And he just kind of leans into Princess. We'll do it once we teleport out. If it's necessary.
Yes.
And Scribble just starts leading him up the dirt road that is his castle. And he's like, oh. And he's just like thinking, the characters can't tell, but the audience is like, oh boy, this is where this kid comes from. This makes a lot more sense.
Oh, D&D Jesus.
Oh.
Everything makes sense now. The Scribbles.
I still know nothing about Scribble, so none of this makes
Yeah, I
sense.
don't know what Scribble did.
Scribble, let me give you a little picture of Scribbles. He is my little UPA wizard man.
I think I've only had like one game with him.
Yeah.
That was about
understand.
the extent of
I
it.
was not active in D&D, especially on the Velvet side, for so long, so I'm very out of the loop.
No, understandable. Understandable.
I am just now returning this month, so...
There he is. There's Scribbles.
Oh. I think I have actually seen him somewhere.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of places. I just don't have the energy to draw half the time. Hence why you don't see him that much. Because I can't draw all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yee, boy. Okay, yee.
Yeah, but Scribbles walks you up to the front of the castle gates into his home. He opens up the threshold. Very nice. It's a sort of grand entrance with like marble floors, a giant chandelier.
Ooh.
This is the main sort of way to the ballroom, but it's also the quickest way to get to the guest quarters. As he walks through, as you guys go through the halls, and there's like what looks to be decoration of like suits of armor of different sizes and shapes and body types down the hall.
Princess just leans close to Crue and goes, why don't we live in a place like this?
Crue was having a wonderful time distracting himself from the earlier tension by admiring the decorations, only to kind of look down at Princess and just goes, "We can't afford it yet."
Yet.
Touche. Touche.
Yeah. There's a
We need
few
a-
paintings on the walls, but nothing much. It almost looks pretty bare. He's like, also, you also do see a few boxes, like moving boxes. Like, also, please don't mind the mess. We're moving in here, and it's a big castle to fill everything.
How does
True.
one end up living in a castle?
Defeat a dragon,
that's a good question.
and have part of its hoard become your reward.
I think I beat up the wrong dragon.
Well, this one, I'm not very sure how much you got into the news, but this is the one from University City. She was basically money laundering underneath the table at the university, posing as its headmistress, and, well, once the school got back most of its funds, it also decided to reward, well, the people who slew the dragon. And also
Wait.
my wife, well, not my wife yet. He blushes, his hair turns pink. I mean, we're gonna get married this winter, but it's just like,
Oh, congratulations!
thanks.
Congratulations.
Princess just lets out a little bleh.
She actually recently become the new headmistress there, so.
Lets out another more obvious bleh.
So the dragon was not kind of like occupying the castle. The problem with the dragon was the tax evasion.
Basically, she was basically stealing money from the university she was the head of to make her own hoard.
I am imagining Princess to just say this only so that Crue can hear it, but if you guys want to roll perception, you can, but just his response to that is money laundering, my favorite crime.
No, that's.
See, is the grandma hearing? She doesn't care about this that much.
No, this isn't about your kid. You don't hear it.
Yeah.
But
He's not talking shit this time.
But Crue agrees with Princess. It's just and just quietly. I'm sorry. Have you been doing money laundering?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Have you been doing money laundering?
I don't know. No, it didn't come up. I didn't say anything. I don't know, man. Why are you talking about money laundering so much?
Oh my God.
We'll discuss that once we're home. But yeah, continuing down the castle and kind of admiring the decorations, I think from time to time, Crue will stop and he'll just like hold Princess up to one of the suits of armor, like, "Ooh, look at this! It's so shiny and pretty." And the axe
So
looks
the only thought that Princess has upon seeing anything is, I want to steal it.
Princess, since you're now so close to the suits of armor, do you want to make an Arcana check?
Oh no. Okay.
I'm very sorry. Scribbly man. I think the axes on
17.
these are a little bit dull.
Oh, we'll have to sharpen them. We'll have to sharpen them then. They just were moved in, and they're from an older collection from a friend, so I'm not too surprised.
I just realized I should have put his proficiency in Arcana, because that would make sense lore-wise, but I'm not gonna get into why. It's just, damn, I should have done that. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
As you stare into the suit of armor, you can almost see the eyes glowing deep in the sockets, as this suit of armor is definitely magical, not only just for show but also for protection's sake. Basically, hidden in plain sight security.
He is just going to make a mental note that he will probably not be able to steal anything here.
Carmina is just thinking to herself, damn, Capitalism and feudalism are scary.
I agree. That's not what Princess says, but me as a player, I agree.
Yeah, Scribbles continues that so he does say it's like, though I didn't expect that my slaying would also lead to, well, a bigger conspiracy, but Mad Lad is sure to tell you everything as he opens a door to like a little sort of like relaxing, what looks to be on a glance, sort of relaxing, sort of chilling area for guests. Like there's some bookshelves to the left. There is a magical fireplace that's like crackling, and there's like two comfy sofas that are like in between is a nice coffee table, and Mad Lad is sitting on one of the couches, drawing something, and he brightens up when he sees you. Crue, Princess, Carmina.
Princess is pretending to not really care as always, but he is very much happy.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little dex check to see if he can both hold Princess in one hand and extend another one while kneeling down to like.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is Mad Lad running towards them, or is he not?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
I
Okay,
actually-
so then I think Crue's going to like try and shift Princess over to one arm and extend another one towards Mad Lad, like, hey! Oh, it's been so long.
I'm gonna roll
Oh,
a quick
goodness gracious.
deception for Princess. Okay, yeah, he's good.
Okay, that's a nat 20. He can
Oh,
both
yeah, for
balance
sure.
Princess and Mad Lad
Oh,
as
easily.
he just easily. He's had practice handling cats, but
Yeah.
he's hugging Mad Lad very closely, and he's like, we received your letter. Oh, we were so concerned for you, and everything that had happened. That crazy lady, that your kidnapping time bubble.
Yeah, there's a lot to explain. Mr. Scrambles. Do you think you can leave us some time? And Scribbles nods. Yeah, I'll check upon you in an hour or two. Do not worry. Take all the time you need, Mad Lad. I know it's been a while. And if you need any snacks, don't be afraid to call. As he then makes his exits to leave all of them alone, and Mad Lad then goes once he's put down from Crue, he goes to hug Carmina. He's like,
Oh,
Carmina.
she's picking that kid up.
Oh.
Oh, she has missed this kid so much.
Yes.
And when she finishes hugging him, she's gonna kind of like pinch his cheek and go, what did you think about just sending me a letter with all those things? You know how worried I was.
We know. That was the only
Have you been in?
That was the only way to contact you because of the security risk.
Yeah, and I also don't have a phone. I know. We have to figure this. I can't. Have they been feeding you well?
Yeah, they've been filling me in for the most part. There's a lot going on, even half of it I don't understand, but at the same time, I'm not very sure if I want to because there's a lot. There's also some other predicaments that also just came up that we need to talk about. But first, Carmina, meet my father and brother. Crue and Princess. Crue, Princess, meet my grandma. Carmina.
She kind of like turns around to you like, that's your dad?
Yeah. He's the kid. He's the kid man I told you about.
Crue gives a very awkward smile to Carmina and is like, not his father. I'm more of his guardian, generally.
Princess just wraps a ribbon around Crue's shoulder and shakes him a bit and goes, we all know you don't mean that.
Crue smiles even more awkwardly and forcefully.
You hesitated. You hesitated
I'm
last
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry, Cake Man. I don't think you have a choice in this. Um, well, now this is awkward. Hi again. I guess I feel we have started with the wrong food then. And she kind of like looks away.
Oh,
That
it's all right. Water under the bridge.
Princess just leans into Crue and goes, "You know I hold grudges, right?"
I don't.
I'm not saying
typically.
that you have to.
Just be nice and polite for now.
Yeah,
All right.
please, princess. Carmina.
Besides, do it for Mad Lad.
Mad Lad has the doe
Princess-
eyes, giant puppy dog eyes.
Princess stares at him and he rolls his eye and goes, "Fine."
Oh, that's a good kitty. And
Shut
he
up.
just gonna
Shut up. Don't call me that.
Okay.
Ah,
And he
yes.
gives like Princess little scratches.
He immediately begins purring, acting like an actual cat.
Well, maybe we should
I
sit
love-
down because there's a lot to talk about.
Oh yes, you have to fill us in on everything.
Before they do that, I have a thought.
Yes?
Oh.
So, I'd say so if Mad Lad is put down, then I'm sorry, my siblings were calling for the dog and it distracted me for a second. Princess taps Crue on the shoulder a bit to have him put him down, and then he walks up to Mad Lad and gives him. It's not going to be very discreet, but he gives him a hug, but then is discreetly I have the thought of just tears welling up in his eyes, but he's trying so hard to
Yeah.
not show Crue or Carmina or Mad Lad.
Yeah, Mad Lad just squeezes his brother back, just very happy to see him.
Yay!
He pulls back a bit. He doesn't really slap him, but he taps the side of his face and he's like, "How dare you!"
Hey, I didn't ask to be in part of some giant conspiracy.
What? I don't. I already forgot what I was gonna have Princess say.
Honestly, just
Would I
try to.
have taught you better than this?
No, you haven't. You've just taught me how to steal better.
But don't say that out loud.
What? Carmina say skips buses all the time.
Princess looks up at
Carmina.
Carmina.
Carmina looks up and is like, I live off the grid and
No.
there are no
There's no
beasts,
shame
there
in
are no
that.
bosses in nature, okay?
No, that's understandable. That's understandable. No shame here.
Is Crue giving Carmina a look because she's right now like sweating?
He's not really
Oh,
giving
no.
her any look. He doesn't have the eyebrows, so you can't. So it's a little harder to read his expression. He just has the mouth right now.
I feel like
So-
the look that he would be giving someone would be mostly towards Princess.
He's not actually giving anybody a look right now. He's just trying to keep his cool right now.
Carmina
He's trying to prepare himself for whatever the hell Mad Lad's got to say.
Carmina is gonna, yeah, it's more important to listen to the kid, but you guys can see her sweating a little bit.
Yeah, Mad Lad settles down on one of the couches. He's not sure. Like, these couches, like, they fit like 3 people comfortably each, so so he sits on one couch. Not very sure where you guys are gonna sit.
So there's one couch.
No, there's 2 couches. He sits on
There's
one of
2
the
couches.
Yeah.
I don't think he's taking up the entire space.
No, he's not.
So I think Crue might sit beside him and kind of shift his like shoulders towards Mad Lad to listen to him and stuff.
Princess
So
is jumping on Crue's lap.
no, okay. He gets a princess gets to be held and pet.
Yippee.
Carmina is gonna sit on the free space there.
Yeah. Probably the other couch on the other side.
Actually,
You're gonna let this cake man be closer to your kid than you. You could probably sit on one of the
Actually, she's
armchairs if you want to be
gonna-
close.
fuck it. She's gonna grab Mad Lad and she's gonna. Where is Mad Lad? Mad Lad is in the couch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna walk right there, grab Mad Lad, sit in the couch, put Mad Lad on her lap.
What a power move.
That is.
I love
To that,
this.
I think the eyebrows reform, and you can see them kind of like being furrowed towards Carmina, like half confused, halfway angry on what she just pulled. The audacity.
Carmina is just kind of like, listen, I actually worry a lot, and I don't have even a phone, so
You're still getting that look from Crue, but he's going to he's going to get rid of the eyebrows, so you can't really read his expression again. And he's going to look over to Mad Lad and is like, all right, so begin filling us in on what has been happening.
Mad Lad takes in a deep breath, releases. Well, let's start with the kidnapping. I say first. It's a you know Chipley, right, Carmina?
huh?
Chipley?
No,
Huh, that's weird.
I know who he is, but she just keeps forgetting them.
Oh,
my God, I can't
I thought you
believe
would know since say Chipley is Lau's boyfriend, but oh well.
What?
it.
Some Carmina is not gonna. Carmina is visibly surprised. She's not gonna mention anything else, but you guys can clearly hear her mutter, quote unquote, under her breath. Somebody actually stands.
Yeah, and Mad Lad goes on. It's like, well, Chipley has a little sister named Missy, and I know this is a other girl named say Joy Fuller, and we become really good friends at school and outside of school, and we decided to like hang out say for a while near the farm before going to the farm to like show them all the big bugs and everything, 'cause they haven't seen the big bugs yet. But while we were doing so, we were caught by, well, something from, well, not my past, but more Alexander's past, but it's kind of my past too. And
Mm.
just by associations, because, well, we had the same body, but anyways, basically, remember that bitch that I thought we killed, say in the say that Halloween a couple of years back, say Crue?
Yes, I do.
Well,
I still have nightmares about it.
well,
I'm very out of the
apparently,
loop.
yeah, apparently she wasn't dead, or at least she faked her
What?
death. Yeah,
Faked her death?
I guess so. I don't know what happened. I don't know why we saw her again. She was an eldritch abomination, apparently. She turned into
What?
it. Well, I didn't see it. My rescuers saw it. I say Lynn Stagehand was part of the rescue group. I say just let you say, since I think you two have a history.
Oh.
Lynn?
Yes, Lynn Stagehand. Yeah, I
Right.
knew her for a short while.
I didn't even know she was still around.
Yeah,
She's not dead.
Well, that's not what I meant. It's just that I haven't seen her since. Oh, I'm old.
yeah, but anyways, basically we were kidnapped by that bitch, and well, the reason why she did is because she's a part of this organization called is a okay, my brain just flattened on me. No.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, now let's say the memories are back. Memories. Let's say they're part of this organization called the Order of the Sanguine Ink, which basically a part of. And Madlad looks at Carmina. Remember when Alexander said he came from a family of blood hunters?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, Alexander's original noble family basically was corrupted from the inside by a friend called say Father Kraft, or Harrison Patrick Kraft is his full name. And well, when Alexander died, basically Kraft manipulated their parents to basically help them basically make the body that you see now. And well, we all sort of know how that turned out. It's a basically explosion happened, something went wrong, and I was out to sea and found by my pirate family, which that's also another different words, but I need to get back to the story.
Okay. I do apologize. Hang on. Let me keep up with this. So, Alexander was part of a blood hunter family, and something was wrong with him, and so a new body was supposed to be created for him.
Yeah, because Alexander died, and one of his fathers basically was able to capture his soul to hopefully put into a new body.
Was it a new body that was simply created?
Yeah,
Or,
it was created. That basically is the body you see now, which is me.
so, then does. Okay, so you have the soul of Alexander.
Yes.
So then how did you, mad lad, get involved?
Well, the body, the soul, when they tried to put Alexander's soul into my body, it didn't fully connect, which prompted me to become into being.
So the body and the soul aren't connected. So you're the body and he's the soul.
Well, no, I have my own soul too, but our
Okay.
souls are basically. What did Dr. Luma say it was? Basically, we're both soul bound. We are connected to each other
Ah.
because
Hmm.
of the procedure.
That is. Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
they tried to create an
Man,
empty vessel, but basically failed. And when they stuck Alexander's soul into the body with me, basically we became fused together.
How did you find out about this Alexander thing? Or at least how. Okay, fine. We'll continue on from the. So pirates found you, and continuing onwards from there.
Yeah, I showed you a picture of Azura, the Sapphire Dragon crew. Say
Mm-hmm.
my original family, and well, basically everything was going well until, as you know, we were attacked when my mom wanted me to visit Inkwell. Apparently, that evil organization where the bitch is from, there are other admins, and one of the admins that's what that's who took him down. That's who surprised my family and I thought killed them, but I say open that can of words in a minute.
I was not able to say this because I zoned out a little bit, but so this might be a little bit skipped back a tiny bit. But would anyone like to roll a perception on Princess when Mad Lad was describing the body, I guess, being created?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mad Lad's just gonna go with his passive of a
15.
17 because he's trying to tell the story.
Yeah.
What's your wisdom, old man? That's a 7. He's
Okay.
he's a
Old
little
man.
Yeah,
What is your
Crue,
wisdom?
you don't get you get absolutely jack shit.
Crue's too busy mulling over the information that he just heard about Mad Lad.
I'd say Carmina and Mad Lad, I guess, both get the same thing. You notice that Princess seems to tense up a little bit at that part. It's just that something very familiar is being struck with him, but it's not directly about Mad Lad, it's something more with himself.
Fair.
I think Carmina musses about, like, what that makes sense. You cannot really ever create an empty recipient.
The princess is sweating.
Yeah, Mad Lad nods. It's just like, yeah. It's really hard to create something from nothing. But that's besides the point. Anyways, basically one of the other
Oh, Princess is just looking at his paws. He is not here. Just don't worry about him. He's not here in this conversation at all.
Yeah. But anyways, Mad Lad's like, anyways, one of the admins from the Order of the Sanguine Ink basically took out the ship and stranded me here, and basically that's how I came to be with you guys. And for the longest while, the organization thought I was dead, along with my parents. And they didn't need to worry about me anymore. But apparently, they knew about me ever since the Halloween event.
Oh.
Or at least that's the running theory. Because you can't really confirm with the bitch because the bitch is dead. But assuming she was the one who nabbed me at the time, they already knew. However, the reason why they didn't kidnap me until right now is because apparently one of Alexander's original blood father, his biological father, is still alive. And he was so depressed and basically Father Kraft corrupted him and made him join the organization. But the organization didn't tell Alexander's father. His name is Nathan Summer, but during the organization, he was known by James Heineken. Which Carmina would recognize that name, as technically she's already met him.
She does know the name. You guys can roll insight on her because does make a face. But don't you, Mad Lad, because she's right behind you. So
yeah, so he can't see.
I think right now Crue's taking in a lot of information from Mad Lad because I don't know how much Mad Lad has been telling him through letters and stuff on about his discoveries.
Yeah, basically he didn't know anything up until this moment. The only thing that really was the big sort of thing the only big news that would happen is hey, Alexander and I are trying not to kill, or say have a peace agreement not to kill each other anymore. We're actually okay now. But that's about it. That has been the only big thing that has happened up until this moment.
Oh, boy.
Chris being info dumped right now about Mad
so
Lad.
is Princess.
I don't think he's going to really incite Carmina, as he's currently really focused on Matt, that it is just like, holy fucking shit.
Francis
Why didn't you
definitely
tell me
is.
this?
He is trying to ignore
You know what? You know what, Crew? For a second, you might think that you have said that aloud because Carmina mirrors your thoughts, but aloud. Like Carmina is literally hugging Matt Lad, just kind of like going, "Holy fucking shit!"
Yeah, Chris nodding along like, yeah, I second that. Holy fucking shit.
Mad Lad nods. Yeah, I
Wait,
agree.
wait.
Holy fucking
Francis,
shit.
Francis takes a second and raises his head and is like, wait, what are we holy fucking shitting at? I'm
Alexander,
sorry, he doesn't say fuck, he says peck. What are we holy pecking shitting at?
well, Alexander, I just learned through this whole thing that Alexander's birth father is alive. He's currently in jail right now because of everything he's done, but apparently he's been info dumping himself on the organization to Lynn to help take it down. So he is repenting. He doesn't he hasn't told Alexander a lot about what he did, but at the same time, I know even we can only imagine. He's done some messed up stuff, but that's besides the point. What's even more crazy is not only did Alexander's father survive, but so did the Sapphire Dragon crew. Apparently, my original Azura and the crew, Sapphire Dragon crew, are still alive.
Oh my god. He puts his head in his hands.
Yeah,
Still alive.
yeah.
Ugh.
They basically,
Okay.
they basically have been secret spying on the organization this whole time, but for the fear of them catching on to me, basically my mother, well, Jimmy was the one who suggested it because, like, as they try to find a crazy kid in Toontown, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Basically, I blended into all the chaos to not have me be detected, or at least so they thought.
So they lured you out with a blue dragon.
They lured me out with the Halloween event,
Uh,
but yeah. So my mom's alive, my crew's alive. Alexander's technically father's alive, but his mother and other father are also dead because of things that happened in Alexander's backstory that he yeah, Alexander doesn't want me to go into details about that. He's still having some trouble comprehending everything what's happened.
Yeah, and so am I. So your anima's party just got really big. That's what I'm getting.
Very big. But it's okay. They they both don't expect you guys to accept them right away. This is all new, and unfortunately, the organization is still at large. They wanted to keep me here for at least a little bit longer to try to basically calm the waters a bit
I,
before.
I mean, Madrat, that us accept them now. That's well, I have opinions, but doesn't matter what I think. They are your family.
But here's the thing: they are my family, and Alexander can't really do much, but he looks at both of them. Both of you got looks at all of you. Well, I know I have my original family, but Inkwell has now become my home, and I don't want to leave it, and I don't want to leave any of you guys.
I need to roll a deception just real quick. Don't worry about that roll. I just need to roll a deception. It's not important. Okay, he's doing a very good job.
Don't
Don't need to worry
about it.
about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I
It's
just need to
Hey,
roll a
princess.
deception. Anyway,
Hey, princess,
Princess
what's
is about
happening over there?
he's about to fucking cry. He's about to cry.
Crue has started to pet Princess a lot in order to like I don't know, sort of comfort himself too as he's listening to all of this. And so he's family's Alexander's family is going to take you away from Inkwell?
No. My mom at first wanted me to take me away from Inkwell, but once I told her I didn't want to leave, she's like, well, then it's decided. I'm retiring here. Or semi-retiring, knowing my mom. But at the same time, I'm not going anywhere. But
All right. Oh boy, this is a lot of information.
yeah, but here's the thing. They still want to be secretive right now. I don't even know where my mom's new ship is. But we're trying to hide ourselves right now from the organization until things calm down a bit. I will return home eventually, but I'll probably we'll have to be more careful. And that's all I'm saying.
Of course.
I mean, well, at least we know if you ever get some new enemies, they will have first to go through the maze that is your family currently. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing included, but I think you are amassing a small troop of. Oh, Jesus, how is it said? Sorry, 1 second. I have forgot the word for ejército. Military
Yeah.
troops.
Yeah.
Yes, that type of thing. That's Carmina just starts babbling around a little bit, like because she doesn't have as much as processing power up in the noggin for this type of thing. Her family was really easy. One dad, one mom, not now. The end.
I
Yeah.
am still waiting to actually be able to reveal lore for Princess, but I've been able to reveal a tiny bit.
Yeah.
That's fair, that's fair. Crew grimaces a little bit at the usage of the military and troop terms, but he just kind of shakes it off and is like, "Yeah, don't worry, Madeline. You have plenty of people watching your back. It's all right. You'll be safe wherever you go."
Mad Lad nods. Yeah. Though I do want to talk a little bit because we've
Of
also
course.
have something that's just right. It's technically old news, but now it's come time. But basically, Alexander's birth father, Nathan, well, he discovered a way to separate me and Alexander for us to have our own respective bodies.
Oh.
Yeah, and we both want to do it. The
And
surgery is
how does that exactly work?
So Alexander it understands it a bit more because of he knows he's smarter. But basically, basically they took a bit of my DNA and used a modified clone spell to make a secondary body for Alexander.
Princess is tensing up again.
Oof. Crew is going to keep petting Princess. Though I imagine he feels the tension and just kind of hugs Princess a little bit closer. And
Yeah.
it's just
I'm sure he just finds it as Princess being nervous, because he doesn't really know why. But
He doesn't. That's fine. But he's just like, when exactly is the surgery happening?
In about a week, and I wanted you two to. I wanted you. Well, three. I didn't expect you to be here, Princess, but I'm really happy to see you again. You've been gone for such a long time.
I needed to do some things.
Madeline nods. Understandable. But if possible, I want you all three to be there when the surgery happens so I can see you when it's done. Both of us.
Of course,
I
of
mean,
course.
Yeah, absolutely. But also, who's doing the surgery?
Oh,
Good question.
Apparently Lynn Stagehand. Of course, this shouldn't surprise me with her network. Basically, knows a soul doctor.
Princess is
Oh.
he's just looking to the side right now. That's not related to Lori. He's just thinking of a specific cat right now.
As a soul doctor.
That's how I understand it. Basically,
Do you know
Okay.
the name of this doctor?
Do you
name is
know
Doc-
his?
his
Do
name
you
is
know
Doctor
his college
Luma.
number?
He's a very old.
Doctor.
He's an elderly moth, and he's going to perform the surgery along with his grandson.
Princess lets out a very long sigh of relief. He's immediately going, yes, Eli could never have any grandkids.
Okay. Carmina
You
is
can't even do
gonna.
soul surgery.
Well, I mean, he would not put it past him at this point.
Okay. Carmina, you are gonna see something you have never seen and nobody will see in a long time. This is helicopter mom Carmina. Carmina's like, do we know anything about this doctor? Where did he graduate from? Does he have a college number? What are his credentials? Have other
Hang
soul
on,
surgeries
calm.
She starts,
Hang on. And he's going to extend a hand to kind of pat Carmina on the shoulder and is like, come on, we can all ask these questions when we meet him face to face. Come on. Where exactly is Dr. Luma located? I would appreciate to have a chat with him. More to ease my own mind. And potentially hers.
He has a private practice. He works from home. He has a half home, half half office.
I have a Princess just raises a ribbon. He's like, I have a very specific question. How intact is this doctor's sanity?
Very intact.
Okay.
It's a very important thing for me specifically to know.
According to Lynn, he's basically he's like a friendly grandpa.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. He is glaring at Crue. That is good to hear.
I think he might be a little too far for my liking, but I was much more curious on which province he might be in and where the general location is. If you have an address, that would be perfect.
I don't have an address, but I know I know you can get it for the surgery. He lives in UPA, not too far away from University City.
Okay. Then from there, I'll try to find him, see what information I'll gather from him. Alright. I'll choose to trust him for now, and I'm glad that you have found somebody who's willing to do this.
Don't thank me, thank Lynn. She's the one.
I will thank Lynn. If I'll have the chance to thank her.
The princess will thank Lynn.
Yeah, along with some, there's this guy apparently called the Professor that was there. Chifley was a part of the search, of course, because of his sister. Some woman named Dr. Everlight. I don't remember if there was... Lau was there also, I think, too.
What is Lau do? Never mind. The man has his businesses, I guess.
And my mom was also on the rescue team, but that's eventually you guys will meet her.
Hmm.
I
Crew
hope.
nods along.
Yeah, but for right now, I'm just really happy to be here with you guys. And since Mad Lad's currently on Carminia's lap, he hugs her first.
Princess softens a bit.
She's gonna give Matlat a kiss on the top of her head.
Oh.
Okay, I see how it is.
every time Princess sees something like kisses, he just does a little bit of a yuck face, but it's not very noticeable here.
But Crew also kind of softens up, like, mm-hmm. He's not 100% sure what to do with this. He's still kind of churning the information that he was just told over in his head, and the fact that there's a doctor he's never met who's doing soul fucking surgery. And what?
I actually would, yeah.
Yeah, Mad Lad will basically take questions now.
I'm not really sure what questions Princess would have. He's just sitting there like, oh god, oh no.
Crew also doesn't know what to ask here.
Yeah.
Fair.
If anyone would also like to roll yet another perception.
Oh yeah, I will be
You know what?
perceiving.
Yeah, now that Crew's no longer listening that much to Mad Lad.
18.
Oh boy, we've got fun
Okay.
going on.
Oh boy. Oh
21.
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What
Yeah,
are we
no, you guys
perceiving?
you definitely can tell that Princess can very much relate to Mad Lad in some areas. Not with the whole Alexander thing, but the horrors.
Hmm.
The horrors.
Yeah.
Crew will ask about that once they're back at the apartment, but
Yeah.
he's gonna keep petting Princess for now, trying to help keep him calm and stuff.
But yeah, if you guys don't have any immediate questions, we could do a little time skip to the day of the surgery. Or I should say,
Mhm.
morning of the
Oh
surgery.
boy.
The morning of the surgery, because
Oh
like
boy.
most surgeries, they're done in the early fucking morning.
We gotta keep the doctors bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Except for me breaking my
What?
arm. Apparently that was very early. Not early, very late.
It's fine. But yeah, Crew doesn't have any immediate questions, and I'd assume before the day of the surgery, he'd probably have given Dr. Luma a visit.
Oh yeah.
I think with his experiences as a hitman, he's
Mhm.
has some experience trying to hunt down a very specific person within a general area. Finds Dr. Luma, kind of does a quick little interview with him. Like, what are your credentials? Where did you learn this?
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, basically what you learn is Dr. Luma is a originally from a traveling tribe of moths and centaurs who've been they've been practicing soul magic ever since basically ever since, oh my gosh, I forget what the last erasure, and
Mm.
he got his credentials by going to college and actually practicing and got certified to be a practicing doctor, which he also passed along his knowledge about soul magic. However, the board did not like the idea of soul magic, but he was a fantastic doctor and allowed him to practice anyway, but basically forced him into retirement at the end of it. But he still has his license and he practices with his own little office.
I think it will be really funny if, like, just after Crew, because obviously Carmilla is not like a trained assassin, but Carmilla also goes and asks the exact same question.
as soon as Crew walks out, Carmina walks in.
Carmilla doesn't even see Crew. That's how good Crew is.
Yeah,
But Carmilla is just kind of like, listen, he has to repeat himself again.
Yeah, and this is what he looks like. He's an older moth.
Oh,
Say,
beloved.
with a bit of a
Oh, he's so
hunchback.
cute.
And he lives upon the seaside. He lives in a seaside house that's on stilts and everything because of flooding and everything. And half
Mm.
office, half home. You can see family pictures along with, say, in his office, in quotation marks, is say, which is like half of a living room, like his actual doctor credentials.
That's fair, that's fair. Also, Sorte, there's no fucking way that Crue is a trained assassin. He's not trained. But
Okay, well, he's very talented then. He trained himself. I don't know.
but yes. Oh, beloved. Dr. Luma,
Self-taught
beloved.
Yeah.
assassin.
And when you get there for the surgery day, you also see his son, or his grandson, I should say, Dr. Mason Luma,
Oh.
Aw,
who looks to be a cross between a moth and a bee.
beloved.
I don't want to laugh, but I think Carmina feels reassured for superficial reasons, like the family man, older, wise, close family. Bugs.
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 Alternative medicine. Bugs. But yes.
You got a pretty nasty cough there.
Yeah,
I think you should drink some
need
water.
I think you need to visit Dr. Luma.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
Dr.
had
Luma.
a bug.
Dr. Luma does also make like a little breakfast spread for everyone there.
Aw.
Princess can't eat.
I know Princess
think-
can't eat, but he does
He
make a
still
breakfast.
has it.
Yes. He does make a little breakfast spread with like
Although-
tea and or coffee to say
I actually-
for them.
I have an idea of him just like very conspicuously. I don't know, like slightly transforming so that at least his arms have mouths.
Yeah.
And just and like I think like I actually find it funnier if it's Carmina, so she just looks over and sees Princess eating. I forgot what was made already.
Say basically just a general breakfast spread. There's like croissants,
Okay, yeah.
there's toast, there's tea, there's coffee.
Yeah.
There's some meats
Just
and stuff.
Carmina looking over and seeing Princess just eating a croissant through his shoulder.
You know what's funny? Carmina doesn't have a mouth, so you
Oh.
can see Carmina bringing food up to her face, and then suddenly there is a bite on the food.
Yes. I love that gag.
I don't think Crue really takes any of the food. As much as it pains him to be so impolite, he's also incredibly cautious when it comes to accepting food from other people. And especially with the fact that he knows little about Dr. Luma, he politely declines, like, oh, no, thank you. I'm not that hungry, but I will take a cup of coffee. And do you have any maple syrup?
I think we do, yes. As he leads
Oh, wonderful.
as he leads them to like his little kitchen area, and there's like a cup of coffee, well, not a cup, but like a little pot of coffee that has like say that's brewed up, and there's some cups next to it.
Oh, delightful, delightful. Thank you so much. And he's going to come up, and I think I'm going to do a little stealth roll for him. What's your stealth, old man? I think it's a +9 from what I remember.
What is your stealth,
Yep.
old man?
Yes, it is a +9 to stealth. 24.
Oh.
I think that might have been more sleight of hand, which is a +6, but
Yeah, it'd probably be
I don't think that
slightly-
changes much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that only changes it to like
21.
what? 21. Yeah. So he very discreetly just kind of pours in the maple syrup first and then pours coffee in and stirs it before joining the rest at the breakfast table.
It's just like 90% maple syrup.
I think because he's over at somebody else's house, it's like 10% maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. He's going to enjoy it, and is Mad Lad there with him?
Mad Lad is currently being prepped for surgery.
Correct.
This is so scary. This is so scary.
So Dr. Luma has this very just chill energy about him. He smiles like, don't worry. The surgery will be a bit long because of, well, the situation your child is in, but
Of course.
But do not worry. I say, I have been doing this for hundreds of years, and he will be okay.
Princess, I just want to say, as soon as Crue says, of course, Princess just gives him a very smug look.
What's that look supposed to be?
I didn't say anything. You said it, not me.
I'm confused now, but but Crue
It was
just
just
kind of
mostly being like, "Oh, your son's going to be fine," and Kurt responding with, "Of course," with how long he's been like, "Oh no, he's not my son. He's not my child."
Wait, shit. No, he's not my son.
Wait, no, I take it back.
I forgot to deny the allegations. Oh no.
You confirmed it. You confirmed it. You confirmed it. I didn't say anything. It was you.
Oh,
not me.
shut it. But regardless, he's going to turn back to Dr. Luma, and it's just like, I hope it doesn't bother you too much, but would I be able to watch? It would help soothe my nerves at the very least. This is a very terrifying thing to hear.
He gives a little nod. There, say, you can observe. There will be a chair. Say, though it's not. Say, it's say though many. Say, according to from what I've been heard, I'd be more afraid of you coming to surgery. But knowing your profession, you probably would not be afraid.
Crue furrows his brows at his profession being brought up.
He sort of like no, he sort of nods. All I'm saying is not many people would be willing to watch, let alone be near the surgery room.
If
He's still eyeing suspiciously on the fact that he implies that he knows what Crue is, but I think for now Crue just nods along. Yeah. I just want to make sure that you're not pulling any funny business. But what would I know? He mutters the last part under his breath, but yeah, go ahead.
Sorte, you want to say something?
Yeah, like if Crue is present in the surgery, Carmina will ask where she can be useful, like around the house, like she can get something ready for Mad Lad. Does she have to take Princess out for a walk? How does this work?
No.
It's fine.
If you try that, he will claw. Yeah, no. If you try that, he will claw your face off and the curtains.
Like she at this point, I think she has given up and decided to at least trust Crue here because she cannot be this paranoid with everybody. So she's just gonna trust Crue with being there. I imagine like if it's Crue, Carmina, and Princess all crammed there looking how that will be a little bit uncomfortable for the doctors. So she just kind of asks like that, like, can she help with anything? Like she knows some healing magic. She knows stuff, or like, can she start cooking food for Mad Lad? I don't know why I'm nervous. Like I feel Carmina is possessing me right now because I am like, what are you gonna do to the child?
does like take her hand and pat her hand and say, he'll be all right. And say, I'll show you where we're gonna put them. And say, when surgery is done, I have plenty. Of course, there's plenty of food in my in my kitchen. If you do want to make something, say, go ahead. You have free reign of the kitchen.
All right. Yeah, I think I will just get busy there and make food for everybody or something. When they come out of the surgery, I think the house will be spotless.
Look, say just nerve cleaning is a thing, and I feel that in my soul.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
She has to do something. You cannot let this woman like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. She will die.
Crue also kind of turns to her like, if you want to set up some decorations too, as a little celebratory thing, you may.
She just looks at Crue kind of confused, and I don't know why, but the first thing I thought was like of like like a baby shower. Like congratulations, is
Congratulations, it's a boy.
Like, it's a boy squared.
It's a boys. Like no. I got it. She just puts up like a streamer that says congratulations, it's a boy, but then she just draws on an S at the end. Crosses out the A and writes down a little 2 underneath it.
What to expect when you were not expecting this?
Amazing. I loved all this.
I think that in an effort to maybe distract Princess, she could ask Princess for her input on the decorations, and she promises to give him free reign. Which she knows is a dangerous. She feels is a dangerous thing, but also she feels.
Yes,
she feels.
it is.
Yeah, it's the bargain. It's the bargain she has to do to kind of like keep Princess away from the.
Yeah, I
don't know. I feel she wants to. I feel she thinks Princess is gonna worry, and Princess is not gonna process emotions well. So she wants to help Princess stay distracted. That's.
Oh yeah, no, Princess does not process emotions well at all.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But anyways, Crue. You are shown to the little surgery room. It does look like a little sterile surgery room in this house that has Mad Lad already asleep, but also another body right next to it. Right next to him looks. It's basically it looks like a clone of him, which makes sense. Mad Lad said this was at least how Mad Lad was able to explain it was a modified clone spell.
Yes. Crue doesn't feel particularly comfortable now that he's within the surgery room and seeing 2 Mad Lad bodies. But for now, he's kind of trying to steel himself, kind of trying to keep himself together, like, right, I'm doing this to make sure that he's going to be okay. This will be fine. This is fine. Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is fine!
He's trying to soothe himself, like, yes, this is normal. This is fine. I can freak out after the event.
Yeah, and well, Carmina and Aaren.
Fantastic.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I had to laugh. Basically, Aaren just put "This is fine." That little GIF say the dog in the chat. But anyways, as the surgery commences, it's definitely different than what say you've ever seen before. There isn't blood per se, but sort of like essence spilling, say, trying to be controlled by the doctors as basically they lift, say, Mad Lad / Alexander's soul out of his body and basically slowly through what looks to be these doctor's tool, but at the same time not. They're using very unique tools, and say Dr. Luma is trying to explain to you as he does the surgery what he's doing, what's this thing do, what is this scalp, this is not exactly this is a soul scalpel. Try to reassure him and say that this is all normal for soul doctoring, as Crue slowly sees them basically unravel this sort of mess that is a mixture of blue and red, which is the two different souls. And
Oh.
basically it's just like it. However, when they're quote done, there's still one sort of like tie left, and Dr. Luma looks at it and looks at his son, who gives a little nod and affirmation, or his grandson, not his actual son. They say Dr. Luma's actual son is a police chief, but that's besides the point. This is his grandson who decided to follow his grandfather's steps. But anyways, Dr. Luma is like, looks like they are they will have to be connected in some little way. This is just basically be a soul bond between the two of them. They say this will say though though it looks stable enough to cut, I'd rather keep it in place for right now for the stability of the body. As he transfers Alexander's soul to the other body, which basically it's very much different than actually surgery. Basically tethers the soul to this body to like fully make it their home. And once the surgery is done, you're the first one to see this, because Alexander's new body changes. It shifts. It glows, as you would know as a Toon would be a redesign.
Yay! Okay. Oh my gosh.
You're not exactly wrong, though.
We are saying.
Now that Alexander has his own body, he can finally go through puberty. But yes. Yay!
And basically, when the glowing is done, the redesign is done, which is really which is interesting to show. Alexander at the end of it looks more like a real kind than a Toonkind, which is the opposite of Mad Lad. He looks more Toon than a human, even though technically they're half Toon. But Alexander once everything's done and looks like this.
Ah. Oh, funky. Okay.
And now I get to reveal the true title card of this game.
Also, while we're having a bit of a moment, I'm going to make that's funky.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love that.
Quick, everybody, get your crying react out.
I was going to do a wisdom saving throw to see how much Crue is keeping himself together.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
With disadvantage. Come on, with disadvantage.
I was going to say with advantage because Dr. Luma is walking him through the entire process.
Yeah, he is. That's what basically Dr. Luma's doing, because he's done this song and dance before. He's almost 200 years old.
Yeah. So, okay, so I'm gonna assume this is with advantage.
Yeah.
Because Crue's fears are being kind of put a little bit to ease, but he still is. Ooh. So
he's holding himself together, but he's still nervous about everything.
That's a 14.
Yeah, you want a 14 or you want a 14?
I'll take the 14. Thank you very much. But I think.
No, are you sure you don't want to take the 14 though?
I'm pretty certain. Okay, but like I had imagined he's kind of sitting there. He's not. I don't think he's fully comfortable with the entire thing, but I think he's keeping himself together and just kind of like sitting through the entire surgery, just nodding along. He's too scared to really make any comments or ask questions in fear of breaking the flow or anything. Plus, he doesn't really know how to comment on everything that's going on. But
hey, loving how you're cutting in there, the kid in half. Very good.
He's it's very obvious he's trying to steel himself to the entire thing, just kind of like trying to keep it together.
Which is understandable. Say which when the surgery's done, he basically takes the two beds and and basically they go to the room where they said they would put him to recover. And what does it look like?
What does it look like when they leave?
No, when they enter the room, since you said you're doing decorations and stuff.
Oh, I am so happy you asked.
Oh no.
So as they walk out, they see as soon as the confetti is thrown at them, and a little party horn can be heard, and they see two banners being falling below them, and the one on top is in black and red with flames on it, and it says "The underworld beckons to you," and the one underneath it says "Happy birthday."
Carmina did
love it.
promise. Carmina did promise that Princess had the princess was gonna be the one choosing the thing. So this is on her. She really doesn't complain. She just and at some points has been muttering like, is this what kids nowadays call memes?
Princess the entire time is just like, come on, it looks good. It's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Okay, but is this a meme? A meme? A meme?
I have no idea what you
Are
just
you-
said.
Are you talking about memes?
Memes, yes. Less memes.
So I think to the confetti and the poppers, I think Crue very much jumps to hearing the sudden loud noises. He's completely out of it right now. He is jumping at
Oh.
everything.
They're not really poppers. It's just normal confetti being thrown at them from Princess. But there is still the
That I
the
think he
party
just
horn.
flinches.
Yeah, it's just the party horn.
Oh my god.
No, the PTSD. Oh my god.
Delightful.
There's also balloons everywhere, but they're all literally just flame-shaped balloons.
I think Matt would appreciate this when he wakes up.
and both of them wake up in about an hour later. Both of them wake up at the same time, and they sort of like look around and then look at each other, and they're like, they both say this at the same time. It worked. Almost surprised that it worked. Worked.
I think Crue has been sitting by Mad Lad's bedside for about an hour, still now processing the surgery and everything that he saw. And I think during this time, I think this is the time in which he just lets his guard drop, and he's just like, yeah, he's been trying to feel better about the whole entire surgery, but it's like obvious he's turned a little bit green at the thought of rethinking about it. And he's just sitting by the bedside, pops up to hearing Mad Lad and is like, "Oh, you're awake! Oh, goodness gracious!" And he's going to pull Mad Lad in for a gentle hug.
Yeah, I'm awake. I feel weird. I feel extremely tired, but I'm at least myself. And Alexander nod. I agree. I feel the same way. It even feels weird hearing me speak at the same time. And they both say that at the same time, and they sort of both shiver. It's just like, this is going to be getting some taking used to. Yeah, this is going to be really gain some taking used to. As Alexander looks towards Carmina and like, he's shaky but lifts his sort of like hand and arm out to try to suggest he wants a hug. And yeah, Alexander looks like he's like a teenager. He looks like he's around 16, 17 years old.
Ooh.
Can Carmina hug them both?
As they can't hug them both right now. As they do have like they're like two separate beds with like like little, say, side table in between them.
Mm-hmm. So it's
Okay.
Crue's already hugging Mad Lad.
Okay,
Are they
she goes
still
for
are they still downstairs?
No, they're in a little separate room that is like the sort of the what's it called? Just the little, not waiting room, but it's just like the room that you go to after surgery.
Okay,
Mm.
Carmina is gonna give a hug then.
Yeah, I don't think
Wait, did
Princess
you
would
say
be there at the moment.
go
Like
princess?
like Princess would have to see them go into the room, say, and stuff, so they know which room that is.
Okay.
Yes, good.
It was Alexander the one asking for a hug,
Yeah,
right?
Alexander was asking for a hug.
Absolutely, she goes to give him a hug, but she also does. Now it's time for Grandma Weird. She does a little bit of like she gives them a hug. She gives him a kiss on the forehead, of course, because she has been dying to do that. And she goes like, "You smell like surgery. We need to get you in the shower, and then we are gonna get you both a good meal, okay?"
If I say, not very sure about Mad Lad, but I like to at least have my meal in bed. I am feeling still very weak, and I don't really feel comfortable getting up. I'm not even sure if I can walk right now.
Oh yeah, no. You two are absolutely taking some rest, some well-deserved rest.
Thank you, Carmina. I
Mm-hmm.
also have a request, and maybe I should have said something earlier to Mad Lad to ask you about it, but in a way, I kind of wanted to, well, do it myself fully. But after they are okay for us to leave the castle and stuff, is it okay if I possibly, that room that you have Mad Lad and I in? Is it okay if I make that like my permanent sort of home?
Sorry, it's a little bit late for me. Did he just ask to have a room?
Like the room that Yuri gave Mad Lad is just like he
Yes.
say basically Alexander's like, yeah, can I just live with you instead of Mad Lad than at the Velvet House basically?
Yeah. I don't blame
And
him. I don't
she
blame
is,
him.
I don't
and
blame him
she's
either.
yeah, and she's kind of gonna go like, well, that is Matlat's room, so the only solution I see is that we make you your own room.
Whatever is the simplest for right now. I know I sprung it up
Of
here.
course.
I don't mind
Uh,
living in. Yeah, I don't mind Alexander taking over my room, or at least making or at least making sure to separate it out between within the room. I don't really care. But if Alexander wants to live there, I'm totally fine.
honestly, I if you ask me right now, I will be able to build you a castle bigger than the one we were in with my own hands. Whatever you want, kids. But if you really want to share a room, you are gonna get. How do you say literas? Bed bunks. You guys are gonna get bed bunks. Absolutely.
Bunks, say
Bunk
Alexander
beds, but yes.
nods. I think bunks would be
Because
a good solution for right now, especially since, well, Mad Love still loves going over to your place frequently.
yeah,
Ooh.
what do you that makes me think I was kind of thinking about this before and uh, what do you guys are gonna do about each other now? Like
They sort of look at each other and it's like, I don't
Have you
know. I
thought
don't.
about it?
Yeah, Mad Lad nods. Yeah, I don't think we thought that far ahead. I don't think we ever thought that we would even get this far. Alexander nods. I think it's best to take things one step at a time. We can figure out the future later. Let's just get used to the present.
Of course.
And he then looks towards Crue and Princess. Well, not Princess. He's technically Princess.
Yeah,
Neither
he's
room.
still on the other room right now.
Hey, Alexander, you want to roll a little bit of insight on Crue?
Yeah, of course.
Oh boy.
Now that I assume you have your own character sheet.
Well, he's already had
Well,
his
he
own
already
character
did have-
sheet, but at the same time, basically they kind of shared one. It's a whole thing. I need to remake sheets anyways later. No, where did my dice go? The bouncy dice came to say fell off. Okay, found it.
Oh no.
Oh no!
You know?
I'm not gonna use the bouncy dice right now. They're way too bouncy. I need a full table, not a side table.
I love that they are bouncy dice. Who came up with
Bouncy dice.
I
this?
don't know, but I absolutely love these dice.
I think it
I
would be
actually
fun to
bought a
check it
different
against the wall.
set. That's like beach colors, and they're just so nice.
Oh my god, I love beach. I love the beach. I love.
Yeah, it's so cool. I'll have to get a picture, though I think it's already packed. But anyways, that's gonna be a 15 for Alexander.
I think with the. Yeah, I don't think Crue's really hiding this that much, but he definitely gets a sense with the fact that Crue's much more, I don't know, comfortable with Mad Lad, and he's been giving a few glances over to Alexander. That warmth that he has given Mad Lad and that sort of comfort kind of cools and chills a little bit when he looks over to Alexander.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, fella.
Yeah.
I think you probably know from the Halloween event.
Yeah, Alexander sighs. Look, I don't expect to be forgiven right away, if ever. But I do want to humbly apologize to you for what happened. What I did was wrong. Through my hormonal / prison, it's not prison, but it felt like it back then. But
Wait, did you just say
owe me
hormonal?
nothing. I still want to say I am truly sorry.
True to that doesn't. I agree with that.
Yeah,
Well, Sorte is
Alexander. This is very
hormonal.
awkward for Alexander. He doesn't know how to explain it. It's hard to describe insanity, but
It's fine. He's a teenager. He
Mhm.
gets a free pass. But,
Sorry, I
but-
tried to kill you. I was a teenager.
but I think Alexander, I don't think Crue really makes any expression towards Alexander. He continues to keep kind of his cool appearance with just the mouth, and he sort of nods towards Alexander and turns back to Mad Lad to continue comforting him.
yeah, and Alexander gives a nod back. He didn't expect much, as he gets his own comfort from Carmina.
That's fair, that's fair.
Carmina is gonna poke fun at Alexander, just kind of like pokes his cheek and kind of go like, I have never seen such a well-behaved teenager. Poke, poke.
Alexander chuckles as he gently grabs her hair. It's like, look, I just became a teenager, basically. So, I say, cut me some slack.
She thinks about it. What do you think, Matlad? Should I cut him some slack?
Mad Lad smiles. Yeah, cut a little bit of slack.
Too well behaved, both of them.
Yeah.
She doesn't
So
stop at that.
yeah, the Mad Lad looks around. It's like, hey, where's Princess?
Oh, where did Princess go?
He's still in the other room.
I think to that, Crue does kind of perk up, looks around the room, and is just like, Princess?
He's in the other room, man. I don't know what you
He's
want
in
from
the
me.
other room.
Eventually, they probably do come out and see Princess.
Yeah. He is taking a nap as he does on the couch right now.
Aw.
No.
And I'm sure Mad Lad gets to see the streamers.
Yeah, he looks at that and Mad Lad's like very happy. Alexander just looks very befuddled.
The underworld beckons you.
So
Yeah,
Mad
you
Lad, though
know.
you're rudely wakened from your nap by a hugging Mad Lad.
Princess's first instinct, as soon as he wakes up, he flinches and starts hissing. But then he softens once he notices it's Bad Lad. I'm gonna roll a deception. 16. Oh my god. He's still somehow not showing it. I don't know why I'm for some reason getting the good rolls in this game when he has always been known for being the most unlucky character I have.
Yeah, Mad Lad rolled a 12 on insight, so he barely not gets it. He's just more very happy to see his brother.
Yeah. Princess is very relieved right now, and he's still trying not to cry.
Aww.
He's giving him a hug with his ribbons.
Crue will smile to the decorations, but he will squint at the underworld beckons you.
The underworld beckons you.
And he just kind of looks over to Princess and is like, who was this particularly for?
It was for Mad Lad, both of them. Every single one of these decorations are for Mad Lad.
Carmina, nobody's asking Carmina, but even then she feels like she has to express this. Like she feels she has to excuse herself. She just says like, I was just following orders.
I'm not blaming you. Neither of you. And he's kind of looking a little more towards Princess, but he nods along like, yes, this is fine. This is all good. This is all good. Mad Lad and Alexander are both separated. Alexander is staying with Carmina. Carmina, yes.
Kermit, yes.
No, I started mixing her up with Carmelita, which is a completely different character.
No, that's her drag name.
Okay. Alexander's staying with Carmina. Mad Lad is supposedly going to continue living with him at the apartment.
Yep.
And he takes
Princess?
a sigh and... Oh, okay. I was just going to say that he takes a sigh and he's going to take a seat. Yes. This man has never had to process so many emotions at once.
Princess is going to look up at Alexander, and he can also roll a perception if he wants to, but most of this is just repeated.
That's gonna be a 16 percepi.
Okay, yeah, no, he is consistently, every single mention of Alexander, it's not out of fear of him specifically, but he just tenses up. He's not scared of him, it's just very familiar.
Yeah, Alexander looks at Princess too, and it's just like, likewise, let's just, as they say, be chill for now. I think Alexander smells probably the food that she is like, I smell food.
Oh yeah, that was me stress cooking. I think we could have like that guy's wedding right now. We will have enough food for us and for them. Anyways, please eat.
Yeah, let's just eat. As I think we could probably, unless you guys have anything else, but like, say, fade
I
away
don't
to all of
particularly.
them enjoying a meal in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I think Crue would take a moment afterwards or before the meal to go to Dr. Luma and his
Mm-hmm.
grandson to be like, thank you so much. Thank you for being so accommodating. Thank you for explaining the entire thing. Thank you for doing this to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Crue really wishes he had something to give to the doctors as like a little thank you gift, but unfortunately he was not that prepared.
Yeah.
Though I think
Yeah.
they expect in a few days to receive like a bouquet of flowers or something along those lines and a little thank you
Oh.
note.
Yeah, and say of course there's like, oh, it's no problem, and say no need. Just glad the surgery went well. Here, say here's some papers for you and Carmina for their recovery. Make sure to take it slow. Make sure, say just don't do anything strenuous at one time. All
Of
the
course, of course.
all the doctor stuff. But yeah, slow to fade away in the happy families. Just eating food. And that'll be
Yeah.
it. Thank you everyone for listening into this 12 FPS. Woo!
Yeah. This one was a bit
Yay!
long, but I am glad that I sat through it.
Yes. Say it would have been longer if say we did both of these parts together, but in a way I'm sort of glad it
Yeah.
happened this way. But anyways,
Yeah.
thank you all for listening to this 12 FPS. I hope you have a good time zone. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.